In this section, we will talk about how Okanagan firefighters are helping battle wildfires in northeastern B. by sending their members and trucks to fire-ravaged areas near Fort Street. John. Wildfires have been raging across B. this summer, threatening homes, businesses, and wildlife. In northeastern B. 4 fires make up the North Peace Fire Complex, which has forced thousands of residents to evacuate or be on alert. To support the efforts of the B. Wildfire Service, several fire departments from the Okanagan region have volunteered to send their crews and equipment to the front lines. These include Kelowna, Lake Country, and Peachland. According to Dwight Seymour, Deputy Fire Chief with the Kelowna Fire Department, KFD, local support is part of an interagency agreement with B.'s Wildfire Service. He said that the firefighters have to deploy for 14 days and that they are willing to help another community in need. Larry Keating, a longtime Kelowna firefighter, is one of the 3 members who traveled to Fort Street. John on Saturday. He said that they will be doing some structure protection, as well as patrols to make sure that the fire hasn't encroached into the city limits or any of the properties or outlying areas. Along with sending 3 members north, the KFD also dispatched one of its trucks. Lake Country sent up a command truck and a water tender, while Peachland sent a command truck and its fire chief. Seymour said that Kelowna firefighters know all too well how critical support is during fire season. He pointed to the 2003 Okanagan Mountain Fire that devastated Kelowna, and the help that the city received from across B. We now want to make sure that we're paying it forward and that we're doing the same thing because tomorrow could be when we're asking for resources to come here, he said. The Okanagan firefighters are among hundreds of personnel from across Canada and other countries who are helping B. battle the wildfires. They are showing their courage, dedication, and solidarity in this time of crisis. In this section, we will see how Okanagan firefighters are conducting controlled burns on the southeastern flank of the Karamias Creek wildfire, which is just 21 kilometers from Penticton, to create containment lines around the flames. Controlled burns are planned ignitions that aim to reduce the amount of fuel available for the fire and bring it down to safe, workable ground. They also help to prevent the fire from spreading further and threatening nearby communities and properties. The Karamias Creek wildfire has been burning for more than a week and has grown to nearly 60 square kilometers in size. It is one of the most challenging fires in the province, as it is located in steep and rugged terrain with limited access. The fire is also influenced by strong winds and dry conditions that increase its activity and intensity. To conduct controlled burns, crews use a combination of tools, such as drip torches, helicopters, and aerial ignition devices. They carefully monitor the weather, wind direction, and fire behavior to determine the best time and location for the burns. They also coordinate with other resources, such as ground crews, sprinkler systems, and heavy equipment, to support the operation and protect the values at risk. The controlled burns are highly visible and produce a lot of smoke in the area. The BC Wildfire Service has issued a Smoky Skies Bulletin for the South Okanagan region and advised residents to take precautions to reduce their exposure to smoke. The Regional District of Okanagan-Similkameen has also issued evacuation orders and alerts for more than 800 properties in the vicinity of the fire. The controlled burns are expected to continue for several days, as crews take advantage of the cooler temperatures and calmer winds. The BC Wildfire Service says this is a critical window to make progress on containing the Karamias Creek wildfire and preventing further damage. One of the ways that Okanagan firefighters are making a difference in the B. wildfires is by being fire smart and urging homeowners to ensure their property is as fire safe as possible. Fire Smart is a program that teaches people how to reduce the risk of wildfire damage to their homes and communities by following some simple steps. Some of the Fire Smart tips that Okanagan firefighters share with residents are: keep your yard free of dry leaves, needles, branches, and other flammable materials that could catch fire from embers or sparks. Choose fire-resistant plants and landscaping materials for your garden, such as succulents, stone, gravel, and mulch. You can find a list of fire-resistant plants on the FireSmart BC Landscaping Hub. Create a non-combustible zone of at least 1.5 meters around your house, where you avoid using wood, plastic, or other flammable materials. Maintain a 10-meter buffer zone around your house, where you prune trees, remove dead branches and thin out vegetation to reduce fuel for a fire. Use fire-resistant materials for your roof, siding, windows and doors, such as metal, brick, concrete and glass. Clean your gutters, eaves and vents regularly to prevent accumulation of debris that could ignite from flying embers. Store firewood, propane tanks and other flammable items at least 10 meters away from your house and any structures. Have a fire extinguisher, hose and shovel ready in case of a fire emergency. By following these fire-smart practices, homeowners can help Okanagan firefighters protect their property and community from the threat of wildfires. Firefighters also encourage homeowners to get a free professional home assessment from their local FireSmart representative, LFR, who can provide more specific recommendations on how to mitigate wildfire risk for their home. To learn more about the FireSmart program and how to get involved, visit FireSmart.ca or contact your local fire department.